Hello, this is a money spell video. So it'll be kind of like Reiki, but I almost wonder if it would be more productive if I had made this in front of you. I made a special money brew to sort of sprinkle onto you from afar, which I'll explain the ingredients. It's kitchen witchery and this very nice candle, which is green to correspond to money, which I'll light now. I dressed the candle in lemon pepper and rosemary sea salt, as well as ginger and nutmeg and cinnamon. It's actually a lie, I didn't put ginger on it. It was just nutmeg and cinnamon. I have at the bottom squirrel food just to keep the candle upright so it doesn't tip over, since it's a wide basin. But the squirrel food is corn and sunflower seeds to sort of correspond to the idea of a harvest, perhaps. Money is a complex thing. I hate money in some ways. It asks so damn much of you. This is to set an intention to bring in more wealth and abundance. So that's our fire and earth to start. I'll pour some water on my hands so we have water in the magician's ritual. For air, to bring in luck with finances, I'm going to use strawberry incense, since strawberry is a sacred fruit or food or plant of Hermes, the god of the economy and luck, speed and travel and athletics, among other things. So this will bring swiftness to your cash flow, that it comes in a little bit quicker. The harvest themes with the candle will bring in slow wealth, so over time perhaps having projects or jobs where you have the potential to not be working paycheck to paycheck. Those kind of things can be long and short-term schemas. Short-term, there are ways. You could, for example, become an artist and sell prints of your artistic works. And there are gig economy ways to get money in the short term. The question with the gig economy is, to me, with things like Uber Eats, how good is your car? And is it going to cost you more in the long run to have this as a job as opposed to something else? I find the economy today quite frustrating. I have my own philosophical thoughts on the economy. I think that we could arrange society to not revolve around the dollar and instead have mandated years according to birth year for working. Like you can maybe switch what year you would be working, and otherwise groceries and clothing, even alcohol, things like that are free. I've written about that. I think that's a schema that could work. So I'm going to include some intentions towards a freer mode of living like that in the spell. But in the now, today sense, as opposed to things that could come about later, too. It's important to still have money. I've written about travel, as is implied with Hermes, and how travel could work if there weren't an economy breathing down your neck. But that's me tooting my own horn of literary writings, which I have in my description. Sorry if that isn't a very detailed explanation of how something like that could work. But I have this cinnamon branch, and I'm gonna get my fancy carob cinnamon coffee chocolate spice. Rub it on my hands and the wand. For in your money endeavors, I seek that you always have what you need, that you are never lacking your root chakra needs. So something grounding like this shall help with your root chakra. May you always have what you need. May you always have what you need. But then there's the zest of life. Things that make you yearn for more, like gems, this emerald crystal. So pretty. So let's manifest that you'll always have enough to get something extra for yourself that you'd like. Not just what you need, but also what you'd like. And that is wealth. Always having something extra for something you'd like, in addition to always having what you need. So let's gather up sweetnesses of life, rich man energy with this red wine jasper, like a rich man at a mess hall in times of yore. Let's summon that energy up for you. The pearl of wisdom, so you can feel wealthy too, even if you aren't the richest man in the world. May you always be a rich man like Cher. How she said, I am a rich man. This will help break bad habits. And this will help summon in quick amounts of money. Fool's gold, pyrite. But it still looks quite nice. A fossil and Kambaba to connect you to something ancient. So you feel like an ancient queen or king again. What else shall I do to you? This. This is my special brew. It has 4 cashews to sort of help with your short-term money goals, help you get greater amounts of wealth now, not just later with good planning. It has pumpkin seeds, though, to help with that harvest, so you get money in the long term, too. 4 with the cashews corresponds to Hermes. 4 is a sacred number. And rice with cinnamon on it to help, irregardless, with having everything you need, being protected, not being at the sways of life, in the sense that your root chakra needs aren't being met continuously. So my offering to you. And your session is done. The spell is cast. Lean into the sacred flame and say, yes, I am a rich man. Goodbye. One more thing.